All right, so breaking news. It is official. Anthony Taylor is stepping in for Tommy Fury against Darren Till. Now, this is a huge fight. I actually predicted it earlier on my YouTube in a different video. In my opinion, the most likely option for this is Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Now, this is Mr. Savior event. This is Mr. Last Minute. He'll fight anywhere at any time. I know everybody's not a fan of him because his clinch heavy style, but more recently he's been doing it less. So yeah, that's why you guys should be subscribed, because I'm just good at that shit. Like, I just be predicting shit. I'm just playing. I be getting most of the shit wrong anyways. I'm still new, so you know what it is. This is a good call, though. I think this is a great fight. Anthony Taylor is going to do a really good job building this fight. Already seen that he was on Fred Talks Fighting, talking shit like he always does. Real quick, before I get into the video, 96% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you like boxing, MMA, or influencer boxing content, I post 3 to 4 times a week on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. Also, if you're looking for a combat sports podcast, me and my boy Lucas have started the Day Ones podcast. The link will be in the description down below. I appreciate you. And we obviously know Darren Till. He's a scouser. He's literally tapped. So this build-up is going to be very entertaining. I think people are underestimating it. I've been seeing credit for the fight, but I think this is a very, very good fight. The styles may not make it an amazing matchup. It depends how Anthony Taylor fights. We'll talk about that in a second. Anthony Taylor's resume as of recently speaks for himself. He's been extremely active. In 2024, he got 2 knockouts in 1 month. One with a very nasty straight right hand on Erickson Samuel, hitting him right in the temple. And also a big straight right hand on Gabriel Silva, the son of the legendary Anderson Silva, which were both very good wins overall, for sure. And Darren Till only has 1 fight against Mohamed Mouti, which was a very weird fight. It wasn't the most impressive performance out of Darren Till, but he still got the TKO win. Ended up getting taken down at the end. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Very wild. Anthony Taylor definitely has the edge on experience. So I don't think we'll be seeing the clinch-heavy Anthony Taylor. So let me talk about that. Now, I have talked to you guys about before and now that the build-up for this fight is going to be incredible. But as a matchup in the ring, I also think it'll be very good. Anthony Taylor, when he's not the underdog or the least experienced guy in the ring, he always goes for the combination punching. We've seen it against Samuel Erickson. When he feels like he has the edge in the striking, he isn't clinch-heavy like he is in some other fights. Even in the Gabe Silva fight, he was doing it, but not to like a ridiculous extent like the Salt Poppy and King Kenny fight. Those fights were just annoying to watch in general. But like I said, Anthony Taylor has way more experience and way more training experience in boxing and boxing only. I know Darren Till said he's been training for 2 years, so I could be wrong. He could be a lot better getting in there with Anthony Taylor. I guess we'll see when it happens. But I do think it will be a very good fight. I think it's going to be very scrappy. I still think it's going to be to the extent where it's not like 2 like legitimate pro boxers in there, but it's going to be a good scrap. But there's still going to be good technique. I think it's going to be a perfect level of good technique and good boxing, or a good scrap, I should say. I think that Anthony Taylor is going to be putting on pressure off the rip. We'll see how Darren Till deals with that. I don't know if he's more of a counter puncher, because he was walking down Mohamed Mouti. I got to keep looking back. Like, I can't remember that name for my life. But he was walking down Mohamed Mouti his whole life. So will this be a fight where they just meet in the middle? Or will Darren Till be more of a counter puncher in this fight? We'll see. Now, if Anthony Taylor does decide to clinch a lot in this fight, I could definitely see this being an ugly fight. This is the unfortunate thing about the situation. Darren Till isn't the most experienced boxer. So if we get into a fight where it's just a bunch of clinching and a bunch of that shit, he's not going to really know what to do. Obviously, it's not the same as clinching in MMA. He might be able to get Anthony Taylor off of him, so maybe that will fix it. Maybe we'll have a good ref that will separate him quickly and maybe take a point away from Anthony Taylor if he starts grabbing too much. Hopefully. I don't think that he will act like that in this fight, but there is always a chance just because those Salt Poppy and King Kenny fights. Now, let me talk about, I'm not going to give full predictions yet. I'm going to do that when the full card comes out, around when the card's about to start, like a couple days before or so. I'm going to talk about how they're going to be strategically in this fight, in my opinion. I think they're both going to be trying to put on the pressure, and I think they're both going to try to establish the center of the ring right away and try to walk the other one down. And I think that's why this is going to be such a great fight. I think they're both going to want to apply the pressure, and only one of them really can until one of them gets knocked down. So this could be a firefight, man. I could definitely see them talking shit in the ring right to their faces. It'll be one of those fights. And I just think it's going to be a great fight for the fans. I think it's going to be a great first main event for Misfits. If it were to somehow flop, that would be a bad hit. Don't get me wrong. Because I don't know what the rest of this card is going to look like, but it seems like it's going to be a big non-pay-per-view card. is a great... shout out to Misfits for that, by the way. If you have a DAZN subscription, which is $20, you get to get the fights for free, the free pay-per-view ones. So that's really sick that this card's one of those. So yeah, man, let me know if you agree in the comments down below. If you disagree, let me know how you think the fight goes. Let me know what you think their strategy is going to be and who you think's going to win. So yeah, man, I'm very excited about this fight. Let me know if you guys agree. If you're excited down below also, make sure you guys also subscribe. Click that like button and go check out the Day One's podcast. The link will be in the description. And that should be it, man. Yeah. Darren Till versus Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. I don't know what this weight's going to be. It's very interesting. I know Anthony Taylor said something about the weight being interesting. It may be a vague and like huge cruiserweight gap. Like Anthony Taylor could be able to come in at like 180 pounds and Darren Till could come in at 200, which would be wild. We'll see if that happens. But thank you guys. God bless all of you. Thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual. And peace out.